Okay. I think I think we should stand with the animators because the animators have done the best for all of us, right? Half of our shows like Johnny Bravo, regular show, Adventure Time, Teen Titans, 2003. Show was pretty good. And it just seems to me like we it's like corporate. It's just like let's go. I'm gonna link this video I have in my description. I'm gonna link in my description, but it just seems like corporate basically destroyed the Cartoon Network because they had Teen Titans Go playing all through 2016. 2013 it came out, so when I was in like junior year of high school, it came out. So I'm like, cool. By that time, I kind of grew into more watching the anime then. That's in the Cartoon Network. But I just feel like it's since the introduction of AI and COVID happened, everyone's kind of forgot like animation kind of holds you guys up. Right? Voice acting kind of holds you guys up. But then like, oh, we want to go this way, we want to go that way, and it's like, okay, first of all, money is good, right? Money is good, but it's also like we can't just make everything AI. Like for like simplest like mundane things, make AI do it, right? But AI doing the whole animation, including the voice acting, come on. So then, what if AI does your job? Because like that's what this was gonna come down to. Because then corporate's gonna feel like, wait, why do we have people in the office doing office meetings, having projects, doing all this stuff? Sooner or later, it's gonna come to a point where AI it's just gonna be AI, and we all have to be either influencers or we have to do something to make money on the side or delivery guys. Or we're gonna work on the internet because AI corporates is gonna be like, well, do we really need to pay for all these people's salaries and all this stuff? Also, I think like this is very like inhumane. Like you taking all these animators' jobs, not taking their jobs, you're taking the building. You're taking their building. You're basically threatening their livelihood by saying, "Oh, we're just gonna do it with AI." For what? For what? AI has already killed the one kid because he was super depressed and had mental health issues. But you can't just be like, "Oh, let's make the whole thing AI." Certain things need to be AI, like mundane tasks, not a whole job that was done by human beings. Now, what about the CIO? The CEO of Cartoon Network? His job gets taken away by AI. What is he gonna say then? Oh well, my job was taken by AI. It doesn't make sense, right? And I just feel like people need to be more careful with what we use AI for, because now it's like everything is an AI. You know, some things are helpful, spell correction, taking spell like correcting the spell correct or whatever, or voice commands of helping creating art that you want to use in your videos and stuff. But it's just like when when was this all acceptable to just take people's jobs? Now people used to blame the Mexicans or immigrants for taking the jobs. Now they're gonna blame AI. That's not really smart because then it's gonna bring in a huge issue of people not trusting the internet. Right? And I think it was like for the push of things go, the push of AI, COVID, and like they're trying to kind of reevaluate what's going on. And I think I'm with the animators, like pushing them to get better pay, get better contracts, which is I agree with that. I'm with the animators because they have made my life easier by watching cartoons. I had a bad day at school, I would turn on a cartoon and just chill out. Because I think these CEOs forget like The reason why you pay these experts, these expert animators, because you don't have to at a whim trust the algorithm to do the right thing. What if the AI makes its own show and doesn't really abide by the TV regulations that we have, right? And you're gonna say, "Oh well, the show's too violent. It's really gory. It has no story. It has no plot," and you lose your audience because AI doesn't understand the taste that people have. Granted, the fans don't know what they want, but usually you guys give us something substantial. It's just really disheartening to be like, "Oh well, it's easy to trust it." So you're gonna pay for the updates, right? You're gonna pay for the updates. You have to pay an IT guy to update to make sure the AI is running. You're paying one human being out of well, at least we're paying one human being out of 100 does. So everyone needs to lose their job because you want to go the cheaper route. For what? And it's cartoon. So these are going to be people who watch these cartoons, right? Maybe the ages between middle school, probably high school, probably college if you get to a little adult cartoons, and you don't want to like put the money for it towards that and be more creative and be more substantial as a studio, then because Teen Titans Go, I watched it a little bit. It's like okay, but it's not like bad. I don't think it's Teen Titans Go is the problem. It just became so corporate to put something so simple and easy out instead of putting love into it, instead of caring for it. Because caring for something is putting your emotions into it. And if it doesn't do well, then you have to become, then you have to cut the show or cancel the show because it's not doing well. Ben 10 had an omniverse, but then they did a reboot. I mean, why can't he just become an adult? Why can't we just do this is my other thing. Why can't we just have an adult version of Ben 10? Right? He has kids. We've seen that happen within the show several times. Why don't we explore that more? What is Ben 10 like when he's in his college years? Right? But you don't want to do that because it's so hard. And it's like, how many fans would be excited to see adult Ben 10 doing his thing? But you guys just want to be like, well, we see you guys saw it already. Yeah, we saw snippets of it, but we don't see him like over like a whole episode, like him actually growing to be an adult. Then you had Dwayne McDuffie die, which is very sad, and rest in peace. But he was part of the show. But you can't. To me, it's like you couldn't just keep it going. Like you don't have to keep Ben 10 endlessly and make it have an end. Make Ben 10 reach his apex, like his prime. And Cartoon Network, I think it's just like, I think when they shut down their website, which got me scared, like, where are kids gonna go? You think kids are on YouTube? Kids YouTube? Kids are on Twitter. Kids are on YouTube. Kids are on all these other adult quote unquote adult websites. They're on Instagram. They're on YouTube. They're on Twitter. They're on Facebook. They're on everything. And they have no safe place. Penguin closed down years ago for something I have no idea. And now it's just becoming this thing of there's no safe space for kids. There's no space for kids to go to relax. I'm not saying they should just be plugged in front of the TV or go outside and play and have some type of entertainment they can watch. Right? I just feel like CN was that thing that we could just sit down. Parents can be like, if I had a kid, right? And I have a kid in the 2000s. I was born, let's say I was like an older millennial and I had a kid. And I, had a kid in the 90s, right? Or I was older and I had a kid in the 90s. I'll put him in front of the CN Cartoon Network Have them watch Cartoon Network when I was a kid. The age I grew up in, in the '90s or like the 2000s. You see him grow. You see them grow up, and there's lessons in the Cartoon Network. Some people don't like watching it. They don't like their kids. My old neighbors don't like their kids watch Eddie. Yeah, it was kind of slapstick, but at the end, they all became friends. And I just think Cartoon Network. I don't think it's too far gone from them. I just think whoever's in charge of the Cartoon Network now is not really talking like, "Hey, this network is actually good for kids," and people actually love watching Cartoon Network. You don't see Nickelodeon doing this. Avatar has been on Netflix for the longest time. Ben 10's on Netflix. I don't see Ben 10 Omni. I don't see Ben 10 Omniverse on Netflix. I don't see Ben 10 Omniverse on Netflix. What's going on, Cartoon? What's going on, Cartoon Network? Now, all these cartoon and all the animators from Cartoon Network are they're protesting, and they're trying to get better contracts and stuff. And I agree with them because who doesn't want a better contract? Who doesn't want a better working environment, right? So, come on, Cartoon Network. It's simple as that. Just make sure their content is good. Bringing the cartoons back, bringing the creativity back. The kids need to see something because there's no safe space on the internet for kids. Twitter is not the safest space for kids. Instagram is okay, I guess. TikTok, but that's gonna shut down soon. So we need something for kids. We need something for kids, lovers of cartoons like myself, to watch, to enjoy, to partake in. That's not really too dark, or it's not, What are we on? So it's either more to make. It's more important to make money than it is to entertain and be creative. It's more important to make money than it is to be creative and entertain kids and just entertain adults too. Money's more important than that. You can't take money with you. It's just like, I don't think your CEOs are watching this video. He's gonna watch this video anyway. But it's just sad. It's just very sad to see that Cartoon Network is going downhill and has not been really the basis of like creativity. I wanted to work at Cartoon Network. I can't draw for a darn thing, but at least I aspired to that. I wanted to be an animator. So, you know, what are we on? And you're taking the old cartoons away because they're not as valuable money wise, and I'm like valuable as money wise, and it's like, okay, those fans of regular show, and you want to go make a reboot of it. You're going to give it regular show another season, but it ended on a good note, from what I hear. So, what's going on? Come on, like, comment, follow. Peace. I stand with animators.